your claws, hoping one day you'll make a dream last. But dreams come slow and they go so fast. You see it when you close your eyes. Maybe one day you'll understand why everything you touch surely dies. But you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. Staring at the ceiling in the dark, same old empty feeling in your heart. Cause love comes slow and it goes so fast. Will you see her when you fall asleep? But never to touch and never to keep. Cause you loved her too much and you dive too deep. Where you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go. Oh, 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 oh. And you let her go. Oh, 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 oh. Will you let her go? Cause you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. Cause you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go.
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like me to go over everything. They say that time's supposed to heal you, but I ain't done much healing. Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles. Hello from the other side. I must have fought 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. Hello, how are you? It's so typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. I hope that you're well. Did you ever make it out of that town where nothing ever happened? It's no secret that the both of us are running out of time. So help from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. It clearly doesn't take you apart anymore. Seem to be home. Hello from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. It clearly doesn't take you apart anymore. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me, oh, stand now, stand by me, stand by me.
stand by me, stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Whoa. I'm holding on your rope, got me 10 feet off the ground. And I'm hearing what you say, but I just can't make a sound. You tell me that you need me, then you go and cut me down. But wait, you tell me that you're sorry, didn't think I'd turn around and say that it's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late. Taking no chance, take a fall to the shot. I need you like a heart needs a beat. Yeah, I loved you with the fire red. Now it's turning blue. And you said, sorry like an angel. Heaven let me think was you. But I'm afraid it's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. Yeah. I said it's too late to apologize. Yeah. Holding on your own, got me 10 feet off. Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Hey, the only way you can know, you give it all you have. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second this world could give. I saw so many places swear I lived. Hope that you spend your days, that they all add up. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Oh, I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. There was every broken bone. I swear I lived. I swear I lived. Every broken bone. I swear I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. There was every broken bone. I swear I lived. I swear I lived. Just shoot for the stars. If it feels right, and aim for my heart. If you feel like it, take me away and make it okay. I swear I'll behave. You wanted control, so we waited. I put on a show. Now I'm naked. You say I'm a kid. My ego is big. I don't give a shit. And it goes like this. Tell me about it, tongue, I know you. Kiss me till you're drunk and I'll show you all the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I don't need to try to control you. Look into my eyes and I'll own you with the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves. Baby, it's hard when you feel like you're broken and scarred. Nothing feels right, but when you're with me, I'll make you believe that I've got the key. Oh, so get in the car. You can ride it wherever you want. Get inside it, and you wanna steer, but I'm shifting gears. I'll take it from here. Oh yeah, yeah, and it goes like this. Tell me about the tongue, I know you. Kiss me till you're drunk and I'll show you all the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I don't need to try to control you. Look into my eyes and I'll own you with the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger.
You wanna know how to make me smile? Take control on me just for the night. And if I share my secret, you're gonna have to keep it. Nobody else can see this. So watch and learn. I won't show you twice. Head to toe, oh baby, run it right. And if I share my secret, you're gonna have to keep it.
Nobody else can see this. And it goes like this. Tell me about it, darling, I know you. Kiss me till you're drunk and I'll show you all the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I don't need to try to control you. Look into my eyes and I'll own you with the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. I've got the moves like Jagger. It's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey, baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. Well, I know this little chapel on the boulevard we can go. No one will know. Oh, come on, girl. Who cares if we're trash? Got a pocket full of cash we can blow. Shots of Patrol. And it's on, girl. Don't say no, 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 no. Just say yeah, 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 yeah. And we'll go, 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 go. If you're ready, like I'm ready. 'Cause it's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey, baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. Oh, I'll go get a ring, let the choir bells sing like ooh. So what you wanna do? Let's just run, girl. If we wake up and you wanna break up, that's cool. No, I won't blame you. It was fun, girl. Don't say no, 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 no. Just say yeah, 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 yeah. And we'll go, 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 go. If you're ready, like I'm ready. 'Cause it's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey, baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. Just say I do. Tell me right now, baby. Tell me right now, baby. Baby, just say I do. Tell me right now, baby. Tell me right now, baby, baby. Oh, it's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey, baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. Boom on like the way we rock it, so don't stop. It's under the lights when everything goes. Nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine, just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. There ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. Stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't be control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop, stop, stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine, just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. There ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. I can't stop the feeling. Yeah. So keep dancing. Oh. Yeah, yeah. I can't stop the. I can't stop the. I can't stop the. I can't stop the feeling. But you when you dance, dance, dance. Creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. There ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Everybody say. I can't stop the feeling. I can't stop the feeling. I can't stop the feeling in my body. Break it down. Got this feeling in my body. Can't stop the feeling. Got this feeling in my body. Come on.
I found myself dreaming in silver and gold, like a scene from a movie that every broken heart knows. We were walking on moonlight and you pulled me close. Split second and you disappeared, and then I was all alone. I woke up in tears with you by my side, breath of relief, and I realized no, we're not promised tomorrow. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna hold you like I'm saying goodbye. Wherever we're standing, I won't take you for granted, 'cause we'll never know it when we're
blink of an eye, just a whisper of smoke. You could lose everything. The truth is you never know. So I'll kiss you longer, babe. Any chance that I get, I'll make the most of the minutes and all with no regrets. Let's take our time to say what we want. Use what we got before it's all gone. 'Cause no one can promise tomorrow. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna hold you like I'm saying goodbye. Wherever we're standing, I won't take you for granted. 'Cause we'll never know it when we run out of time. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna hold you like I'm saying goodbye. Wherever we're standing, I won't take you for granted. 'Cause we'll never know it when we'll run out of time. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. So gonna get to clapping. Go pop it for a plan, pop it for me. Turn around and drop it for a plan, drop it for me. I'll rent a beach house in Miami. Wake up with no jammies. Lobster tail for dinner. Julio served that scampi. You got it if you want it. Got it if you want it. Said you got it if you want it. Take my wallet if you want it now. Jump in the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. And I'm gonna give it to you. Gold jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on us. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. By the fire at night. Silk sheets and diamonds, all white. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. I'm talking trips to Puerto Rico. Say the word and we go. You can be my flica. Girl, I'll be a flico, mamacita. I would never make a promise that I can't keep. I promise that your smile ain't gonna never leave. Shopping sprees in Paris. Everything 24 carats. Take a look in that mirror. Now tell me who's the fairest. Is it you? Is it you? Is it me? Is it me? Say it's us. Say it's us. And I'll agree, baby. Jump in the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. And I'm gonna give it to you. Gold jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on us. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Sex by the fire at night. Silk sheets and diamonds, all white. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. You say you want a good time, but here I am, baby. Here I am, baby. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Say what's on your mind. What's on your mind? If you want it, girl, come and get it. All this is here for you. Tell me, baby. Tell me, baby. What you trying to do? Gold jewelry shining bright. Strawberry champagne on us. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Sex by the fire at night. Silk sheets and diamonds, all white. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Let's run away from these lies. Back to yesterday. Save tonight. I feel the sun creeping up like tick-tock. I'm trying to keep you in my head, but if not, we'll just keep running from tomorrow with our lips locked. Yeah, you got me begging, begging, baby, please don't go. If I wake up tomorrow, will you still be here? I don't know. If you feel the way I do, if you leave, I'm gonna find you, baby, please don't go, 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 go. Baby, please don't go, 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 go. Baby, please don't go, 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 go. Baby, please don't. Baby, please don't. Baby, please don't run away from my bed and start another day. Stay instead. I feel the sun creeping up like tick-tock. I'm trying to keep you in my head, but if not, we'll just keep running from tomorrow with our lips locked. Yeah, you got me begging, begging, baby, please don't go. If I wake up tomorrow, will you still be here? tomorrow. I stay running from tomorrow. Well, I stay running from tomorrow. So I stay running from tomorrow. Baby, please don't go. If I wake up tomorrow, will you still be here? I don't know. If you feel the way I do, if you need me, I'm gonna find you. Baby, please don't go. Baby, please don't go. Baby, please don't go. Baby, please don't. Baby, please don't. Baby, please don't run away.
So you want me now? That's funny. Cause you didn't give a back then, coming back around. So sorry. Cause there's no room in my bed and I'm all good now. Someone else is getting all of me. If you wanted me so desperately, you should've said it. Show up at my doorbell, I don't live there anymore. Sending me your songs, but they don't really sound like before. I was crazy for you, all caught up and confused. Love was broken for me, now it's broken for you. You're only lonely, now you're not the one to hold me. Only lonely now. So you want me now? That's funny. Cause you didn't give a back then, coming back around. So sorry. Cause there's no room in my bed and I'm all good now. Someone else is getting all of me. If you wanted me so desperately, you should've said it. Isn't it something that I get more when I'm giving you nothing? Isn't it magic that when you stop looking for it, it happens? Baby, he fell from grace, landed right in your place. Kissed me so many times that I forgot to taste. You're only lonely, now you're the one to hold me. Only lonely now. So you want me now? That's funny. Cause you didn't give a back then, coming back around. So sorry. Cause there's no room in my bed and I'm all good now. Someone else is getting all of me. If you wanted me so desperately, you should've said it. You should've said it, love. Should've said it. Should've said it, love. I wish that you could turn back the time. You'd hold me closer instead of your pride. I knew that it was you from the very first night, and it took you 2 years to make up your mind. So you want me now? That's funny. Cause you didn't give a back then, coming back around. So sorry. Cause there's no room in my bed and I'm all good now. Someone else is getting all of me. If you wanted me so desperately, you should've said it. You should've said it, love. Should've said it. You should've said it, love. So you want me now, now, baby. So you want me now, now, baby. So you want me now, now. You should've said it, love.
Here we go, come with me. There's a world out there that we should see. Take my hand, close your eyes. With you right here, I'm a rocket. Let's fly. Up, up, here we go, go. Up, up, here we go, go. the stars if you really want it. Got a jet pack with your name on it. Above the clouds in the atmosphere. Just say the words and we out of here. Hold my hand if you feel scared. We flying up, out of here. Here we go. Come with me. There's a world out there that we should see. Take my hand, close your eyes. With you right here, I'm a rocket till let's fly. Up, here we go. Up, here we go. Let's fly. Up, here we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Baby, we can stay fly like a G6. Shop the streets of Tokyo, get you fly kick. Girl, you always on my mind. Got my head up in the sky and I'm never looking down, feeling priceless. Yeah, where we at, only few have known. We're on to next level, Super Mario. I hope this works out, cardio. Till then, let's fly, Geronimo. Here we go. Come with me. There's a world out there that we should see. Take my hand, close your eyes. When you're right here, I'm a rocket till now, I ain't never been to space before, but I ain't never seen a face like yours. You make me feel like I could touch the planets. You want the moon, girl, watch me grab it. See, I ain't never seen a star this close. You got me stuck by the way you glow. I'm like, oh, 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 oh. I'm like, oh, 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 oh. Here we go. Yeah. Come with me. There's a world out there that we should see. Take my hand, close your eyes. With you right here, I'm a rocket till let's fly. Up, here we go. Up, here we go. Let's fly. Up, here we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. I don't wanna know, no, who's taking you home and loving you so.
Hi, everyone. Good to see you. Happy you are here. My name is Gabby Martinez, and I am your host for the Louder Than a Bomb Florida Dynamite Slam 2020. So before we get too deep into this thing, we have to recognize that the world we're all living in, no matter where you are watching this, is very different today than the world we once knew. These are unprecedented times, and while we will spend the next hour celebrating and honoring some fantastic young artists and their work, let's first take a few silent moments to pay respect to the lives lost across the globe as a result of the coronavirus outbreak. Thank you. As I mentioned, our world is different now. We're home from school. We've worked the phrase social distancing into our everyday vocab, and as a result, today's LTABFLA bout will be different than any that has come before it, but we at the Jason Taylor Foundation believe in the importance of your voice, of your story, and of this beautiful Blue Apple community that needs to thrive under any circumstance. So here we are, the first ever virtual LTABFLA festival. Of course, we urge every one of you, wherever you are, to continue to support each other. We know how emotional it can be to spit your truth on this platform, so poets, coaches, friends, and family, please check in on each other after every performance. Send those texts and FaceTime each other and make sure you continue to share that same love that you would if you were all in the same theater together. So let's get into it. What is Louder Than a Bomb, you ask? Inspired by the Chicago Poetry Festival created by Kevin Koval and Anna West, Louder Than a Bomb Florida is the largest youth poetry festival in the state, featuring hundreds of youth poets from a record 40 different high schools from Homestead up to Jacksonville, all competing for the championship title. In addition, our festival also features the Dynamite Slam, where the most explosive South Florida poets in grades 6 through 8 will showcase their artistry that they have been working on throughout the school year. A poetry slam is a competition at which poets perform their original work and are judged by members of the audience. Today, given the challenges of social distancing, the schools participating have chosen a hybrid format for the Dynamite Slam. 5 judges have volunteered their time to be here today. They have been instructed to score the poems on a scale of 0 to 10 based on content, originality, and performance. A poem that gets a 0 should be the worst poem you've ever heard. Like, it actually sets the whole art form back 100 years. A score of 10 is for the most amazing, unbelievable, most brilliant poem ever written. Of the 5 scores, we drop the high and drop the low and add the 3 in the middle, giving the poet a highest potential total score of a 30. While the judges will go through this scoring process and while the scores will be read out loud, we will not be tabulating the scores and no winners will be crowned. Instead, we will celebrate each poet for their courage and creativity. After all, the point is not the points, the point is the poetry. Poets will have 3 minutes plus a 10-second grace period to read or recite each poem. Time starts at the poet's first utterance after announcing their name at school. This will be a 4-round open format bout, which means each round a team can throw up any combination of poets to spit their pieces. Poets, this is a safe space. So that means no profanity, racist, homophobic, gender bias, or otherwise derogatory language allowed. Violation of this rule will result in deductions as determined by the bout managers. Also, no props, costumes, or musical accompaniment, just you and your words. Now, let's meet 5 wonderful people who have a huge responsibility today, the judges. Let's be nice now because who knows how you're going to feel about them once we start to hear those scores. So, our first judge is Juana. She was the first Youth Poet Laureate and loves youth poetry. Our next, wait, where are our judges? Have they not? Oh, they haven't entered yet. We'll wait for our judges before I start introducing them. And here they come. Awesome. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Doobie.
Hello.
So now we're gonna meet the judges. Our first judge up is Juana. She was the first Youth Poet Laureate and loves youth poetry. Wave for us, Juanita. Yeah, thank you. Next up is Parker, who won the LTABFLA Indie Finals 2020 and also loves youth poetry. After her comes Storm, who is a teaching artist and was a student of the program. And then there's Justin, who is a published author. Last but definitely not least, we have Marnino. He's qualified to judge because he be hearing words and he's like, wow. So give it up for our wonderful judges. If you hear something you like, please make sure you're commenting, sending emojis, and showing love. Performance poetry is about communication and exchange. Please also let the judges know how you feel about the job they're doing, respectfully. Remember to shout out your favorite poet or line on social media. If you aren't already following Blue Apple Poetry on Twitter or Instagram, do so right now. That's BLUAPPLEPOETRY, and we're stamping everything with hashtag LTABFLA. Of course, please remember that the poets who are performing today have worked very hard to be here, so please give them your love and encouragement in any way you can, especially during these times of social distancing. As we mentioned before, the point is not the points. The point is the poetry. Let's keep that in mind throughout this amazing showcase. Today, we will hear from the following competing teams: Apollo Middle and Hialeah Gardens. Now, are you ready to start the slam? I'm just kidding. We have to do the sacrificial poet first. So the sacrificial poet is a poet who's not competing in the slam, but will be judged as if they are. Judges, this will act as a calibration for your scores to help you remain consistent throughout the bout. Please help me in welcoming our sacrificial poet. Make a lot of noise and give it up for Devin Modia from Pioneer Middle School.
Hi, my name is Deb Modia, and I'm representing Pioneer Middle School. Quarantine. I never thought my teen years would mean me being stuck inside. I always thought I'd be on the side of the world on vacation, or in school with my mind vacant, or having things I didn't pay enough mind to. This life, a nightmare I can't get my mind to stop thinking about. My neighborhood, a ghost town. Even this bout is electronic. I'm missing my friends and making new friendships. I'm missing my relatives and going out to places. I'm sure you can relate, but frankly, that ship has sailed. At least families are interacting more. They're binge watching Netflix shows together, looking at Facebook memes together, playing board games together, and being bored out of their minds together. Our family favorite is sorry. But lately, we've been getting the move backwards card, so we decided to keep the pawns in home for now. Then we put out Chutes and Ladders. It was only our 19th time opening the cover, and we hadn't gotten sick of it yet. But as we kept getting slides, our frustration climbing, it became harder and harder to mask our emotions. So we put that aside as well. Then we pulled out categories. My word was quarantine. Okay, timer set. Q, quarantine. U social distancing. A, all non-essential businesses shut down. R, racial bashing. A, absolutely no touching. N, N95 masks. T, toilet paper shortage. I, idols getting sick. N, no birthday parties. E, electronic schools. At this point, my anxiety was making it harder for me to breathe, so we put that aside as well. The next morning, my parents went to the store, and when they came back, we played Go Fish. Do you have any eggs? Go fish. Do you have any meat? Go fish. Do you have any sanitizer? Go fish. At this point, we're all losing our sanity, but all jokes aside, I'm grateful to be bored. Being quarantined is no joke. A lot of people aren't following the guidelines, not following where the line has been drawn. Even though we're all physically apart, we're still in this together. We're still a part of the great nation called America. Let's live up to our creed. United we stand, divided we fall. And let's pray for those less fortunate. Now, who's up for a game of solitaire?
All right, give it up, give it up, give it up. Judges, we are waiting for your scores. All right, from a low to a high, we have an 8, an 8.2, an 8.6, a 9.1, and a 9.3. Okay, give it up for the poet, not the score. All right, judges, are you ready to start the bout? Awesome. Audience, are you ready? Poet, are you ready? Then let's get started. Let's welcome the first competing poet of the bout, Christy Pierre from Apollo Middle School.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Christy Pierre. I'm in the 7th grade and I attend Apollo Middle School. Beneath my chest is my heart. Beneath my heart is my blood. Beneath my blood is a woman, but to be something you never thought she would be. She's a raging soul, scream free to see through her, not at her. Beneath this raging soul is a flowing river, filled with all the traits that's contained into her. Smarts, beauty, kindness, humbleness, and more. Pushed through the waves of this river is a being, growing to be a queen, but not just any ordinary queen, her best friend, but yet worst enemy. Navigating my way into the world, pushed, tumbled, stepped on, covered in dirt and darkness. But hey, after every rainy day is a rainbow, and after every rainbow is a sun waiting to shine. And now it's my time to shine. With the flower in me blooming and me becoming a woman, I must say, Don't take this sweet flower for granted, because this same flower is just like poison, killing you slowly but surely. With my pistol in my hand, I'll surely take the stand. Covering this sweet but poisonous flower is my human flesh, with pieces of the genes before me. My grandmother's nose, eyes and teeth just like my mother, eyebrows just like my daddy. Beneath all these genes, I must ask, where is the real me?
All right, give it up. Okay, a low to a high, we have a 7.4, an 8, an 8.6, an 8.7, and an 8.9. Give it up for the poet. All right, next up we have Annabelle Iglesias from Hialeah Gardens.
Hi, my name is Annabelle Iglesias. I'm from Writers Inc. Hialeah Gardens Middle School. If I say yes, you'll stay. If I say no, you'll be my worst enemy, or so you say. In my already barren mind, you crack the ground, fracturing it in a million little pieces, and then you pour your lava into it, burning me to a crisp. You destroy me. You destroy my entire life force. You tear me down, force me to my knees, begging for forgiveness. You say nobody loves me and that my family should be ashamed that they had me. And when I curl up in a ball, reminiscing about the things you said to me, tears falling down, I think, is it true? Am I really all of those things? And the answer is no. I'm not a mistake. My family loves me, and that's why they shower me with love and affection every morning. The people surrounding me care for me because I am me, and you can't change that. In fact, you can gouge my eyes out, and I'll still be able to see that you're not better than me. And after all of that, when you tell me that if I really think that, then I'm just naive, I'll say that I didn't ask.
All right, she did not ask, you guys. Judges, what say you? Okay, from a low to a high, we have a 7.8, 8, 8, 8.2, and an 8.5. Give it up for the poet. All right, moving into round 2. We have Camila Velasquez from Apollo Middle School.
Sorry, Gabby. I think we have Camila Velasquez from Hialeah Gardens.
My bad. Camila
No worries.
Velasquez from Hialeah Gardens.
Hi, my name is Camila Velasquez, and I'm from Hialeah Gardens Middle School, Writers Inc. You are excited. You have been waiting your entire life to get on this emotional roller coaster full of twists and turns, ups and downs, and jolts to each and every side. It was all people your age could ever talk about, moving further up the line till it was your turn to ride. You happily got on and buckled up your seatbelt, never looking back, but nothing could have prepared you for how truly crazy and dangerous this ride was going to be. You didn't know it was at the end of it. And you still don't. You're still in the middle of it. Just pause before they spin the wheel again, and off it sends you into another set of twists and turns and different emotions. One second you feel anger and unfairness, another you feel happiness and understanding. It's crazy. I understand. You never know what emotion will hit you next, if you fall into a depression and come close to death, or if you'll see your life soared out in front of your eyes and find out who you really want to be. Life will throw you in any direction. You just need to know how to take it. But what you really need to be prepared for is the final drop, the climax of the ride. That moment as you're slowly crawling up the tracks, leaving your childhood behind. And then you stop at the top, look down at what's waiting for you for just 1 second, and then drop with incredible force into the pit that is being a teenager. Suddenly everything begins to hit you. All the new responsibilities, your parents want you to talk like an adult, but they treat you like a child, the growth and the change, the fights and disagreements, the realization this is now just a whole new phase of life. Each thing that hits you is a small drop return, challenging you to see if you'll survive. I don't know why anyone would ever want to go on this ride. Maybe for the thrill, the adventure, and the crazy, or just the fact that at the end of it, you're a whole new person with a whole new perception of life. It sounds insane, I know, but that is the life of a teenager. Or the crazy, once-in-a-lifetime ride that I like to call Wheel of Emotion. Thank you.
All right, Camila. That is what they boards are looking in. One more. All right. So from a low to a high, we have an 8.3, an 8.6, an 8.7, a 9.0, and a 9.9. Give it up for Camila. All right, next up, from Apollo Middle School, we have Megan Parchment.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Megan Parchment. I'm in the 7th grade and I attend Apollo Middle School. They fear me. I make them scared. Isn't that funny? Ruining something they already ruined. Cut, burned, and teased. I retaliate. So let me get this straight. They wait for a tree to grow to see which has the best trait. Create more than by giving them a playmate that's duplicated. Sorry, I say, trying to get a clean slate. Is that okay? Wondering, this climate constantly changing, extreme temperatures cold and hot, day after day. Do you know why? Do you know the answer lies within your daily life? Cars, buses, factories. Humans are messing up the air. Carbon dioxide polluting in our lungs, floating in our blood. Their carelessness causing me to get closer and closer. If you would just open up your eyes, you'll see that you're going to die. So let them be reminded not to meddle with Mother Nature. Nature can survive without men, but men cannot survive without nature. So let nature do its job and provide humans air to inhale. They're irrelevant, clueless. No matter how many times I warn them, they just keep on pursuing. Finally, my turn. There'll be nothing at all. Nothing but complete silence. No trees whooshing in the wind, no rain or shine. Absolutely no sight of weather. Time will stop. Mountains will crash and water will subside. Nothing. Nothing at all. Just emptiness. We still don't understand. The hourglass is full of sand. Will we stop our cruel hand? Trees are our saviors, maker of our lands. When everything gets destroyed, that cruel hand will turn into sand. We are enjoying our life without even worrying about what's dying. We are betraying nature. We have given nature nothing but torture. Polluting the environment, cutting down trees, putting garbage in oceans. Have we forgotten our commitment? They call me global warming. Now I know what they're talking about. And again, it's not my fault that their ozone layer is depleting and the greenhouse emissions are repeating. They're quick to call global warming the storming, but they should look in the mirror next time because it's a cause and effect to every crime. Thank you.
All right, give it up for the poet. Judges. All right, from a low to a high, we have an 8, an 8.1, an 8.7, a 9.4, and a 9.8. Give it up for the poet. All right, moving into round 3, we have Brianne Constantine from Apollo Middle School.
Hello everyone, my name is Brianne Constantine. I'm in 7th grade and I attend Apollo Middle School. Dear Bree, I woke up. Sounds of screaming and crying. It was overwhelming and terrifying, but I'm immune to it. Pretending the noise wasn't there, preparing to go in the closet to see shoes in one pair, always wearing the same fitted top, pants ripped in the crotch, and no socks. I don't even bother to go in the kitchen. It's unnecessary and collecting dust. And I don't want to get my hopes up. No food stamps card can fill this emptiness up. But every time I do try and see, I get deceived and feel this overwhelming pain. My thoughts start running in a circle like a toy train, telling me not to complain, when my brain is saying who to blame, repeating my mom's name. I went in there. Mommy looked tired and sweaty. I asked her, "Are you okay?" She replies, "I'm fine. I had to work some extra shifts, but I'll be fine." So I'm walking out thinking everything is A-okay, knowing it's just another typical Monday. We go in the car. This is when I start to pray, because the car likes to play a little game called Walk the Plank. It's 3 strikes and you're out. Mommy turns the ignition 3 times. It doesn't start. I think to myself, is this a prank? The breakfast I was going to eat has gone away, and now I'm late because my mom didn't have enough money to fill up her gas tank. I try not to think about it. It's just an obsession. My mom's always working 7 shifts of depression, just trying to provide for her only prized possession. Yet again, it's just another life lesson. But I'm tired of chapter 1, life lessons. I want to skip to chapter 4, context clues, so I can get rid of all the blues to make life all smooth. But I'm realizing, skipping and flipping these pages in this book called life is just jeopardizing, paralyzing, and patronizing the process of compromising with this book called life. Sometimes I think the author has locked the bookmark to my page. Now every time he opens it, he's not reminded that I don't deserve this pain. Each year I get to ask my author one question. Mine is, have you seen my bookmark yet? Sincerely, Cousin Catherine.
Give it up for the poet. Okay, from a low to a high, we have an 8.4, a 9.2, a 9.6, and for the first time this evening, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 10 and another 10. Give it up for the poet. All right, next up we have Dylene Dulcitis from Hialeah Gardens.
I am not the ideal beautiful woman. I don't have blonde hair or blue eyes or tan skin. God, I don't have a thigh gap, a small waist, or fat stomach. Am I not good enough? I'm not what society wants. I feel shattered, crumbled, inside a tsunami of emotions. Does my personality not matter? Am I just a toy for boys? Do I just sit there and look pretty for everyone? Am I not good enough? It's to the point where I just can't take it anymore. Every remark cutting deeper and deeper into my plummeting self-esteem. Every word hurting more than the last. Am I not good enough? Looking in the reflection, after altering every part of me, I look and I think, am I still not good enough?
All right, give it up for the poet. All right, from a low to to a high, we have a 7.9, an 8, an 8, an 8.5, and an 8.8. Give it up for the poet. All right, moving into our last round, we have a group piece from Hialeah Gardens.
I don't get why everyone believes global warming is a thing. It's just an expensive hoax. Earth is fine. The changes that are happening are natural. Everyone's being overdramatic. The animals are perfectly fine.
The animals are not fine.
Their ecosystems aren't dying.
Their ecosystems are dying.
The climate is just changing as it has since the beginning of time.
The climate is getting worse.
Everyone needs to step off their panic train. I am not doing anything wrong.
How can you say you're not doing anything wrong? I'm trying to show you. Have you not seen my warning signs? My screams can be heard in your snowstorms. The fires come from my rage. My tension and trembling turn into earthquakes. My tears and sighs create hurricanes. My exhales fuel the windstorms. My anger boils over, killing the Earth's coral reefs. What else must I do to make it clear? Do you not realize what you are doing? Because of you, I am killing the planet.
You can't just ignore the damage you're doing. You can't just keep saying you'll fix it at some point in the future. You can't just keep waiting until something happens. Can't you see all the trouble that that's causing? As the climate gets hotter, our weather gets crazier, and I'm tired of just keeping quiet, of sitting here helpless until you do something about it. I'm tired of waiting, of trying to protect the animals that depend on my shelter, while all you do is build up your empire at my expense. I'm tired of watching the coral reefs crumble, the Australian fires scorching my skin, the ice caps melting. I'm just tired of your ignorance and your selfishness, your apathy. Because of you, I can no longer protect the animals.
We were once abundant. We once roamed this earth peacefully, but now it's all gone. Fires are killing us off. People hunt us down because our coats make for a nice decoration and our horns are expensive. We were once happy, but now we're sad. We're living in garbage, and we can't even fly in clean water. And the garbage will eventually outnumber the aquatic life in just a couple years. When the coral dies, fish die. Then the fish who eat those fish die. Then the bigger fish die, and eventually it starts affecting the land animals. The domino effect will be catastrophic. I hope you people are happy.
I'm to blame. I see that now. The animals are suffering. I'm destroying their habitats. The earth is suffering. The glaciers are melting and the forests are on fire. The climate isn't just changing. The earthquakes are getting worse and worse. The weather's getting disastrous. I caused all of this. I was selfish. But I will change. I will learn to be responsible. I will change my ways. I will be better. For all of us.
All right, give it up for the poet. From a low to a high, we have an 8.8, a 9, a 9, a 9.5, and a 9.8. Give it up for the poet. And last, but certainly not least, we have a group piece from Apollo Middle School.
Hello everyone, my name is Brianne Constantine. I'm in the 7th grade and I attend Apollo Middle School. D, Sap!
Hello everyone, my name is Kaylin Herrera. I'm in the 7th grade and I attend Apollo Middle School. D, Sap!
Hello everyone, my name is Christy Pierre. I'm in the 7th grade and I attend Apollo Middle School. D, Sap!
Hello everyone, my name is Megan Parchment. I'm in the 7th grade and I attend Apollo Middle School. D, Sap!
Airdropping,
a helpful and faster way to communicate.
That posting sound of drama. Drop to your iOS machine.
Just remember, it's your choice to accept or decline what pops up on your screen.
It might be the video of the fight last Thursday.
Or
the picture of your cousin at his second birthday
is your way of playing the game.
Why is there a game in the first place? Airdropping just causes a bunch of problems. What happened to best friend pictures and relatable jokes? How about holiday outfits and recipes?
April 11th, 2019, the day we experienced airdrop's biggest scheme.
Somebody evil and cruel went with the our whole school.
A girl,
Bold, fearless,
Reckless,
named Dare,
who appeared a butterfly but skipped the stage of the cocoon.
which she thought was cool.
she felt a big lump of nectar in her throat, just like in the video.
Showed and told throughout the whole district. Rumors were twisted.
Airdrop went ballistic.
I was in the cafeteria.
I was there for school.
I was in the classroom.
And thank God I was on a field trip, away from the mix, by something that was so explicit, it couldn't be fixed.
Newsflash! Wednesday, October 2nd, 2019.
Was a normal day until the end, when we had to turn off lights, run to a corner,
And announce code red. Confused with what was going on. Trying to hide, trying not to cry with tears raining down my eyes.
But why? Why did a girl have to lose her life over a foolish fight with supposedly
The love of her life.
someone despicable and cold-hearted airdropped the video, like it wasn't a big deal.
Like it was a joke.
But it wasn't a joke to the poor girl sitting in the backseat and had to watch her mother die in just a blink of an eye.
It's funny how people think it's a trend to do this.
Commit the crime, then case dismissed.
But no, it don't work like that. People will reminisce, bring it back like a true love relationship. Just admit it.
We all did it before. Don't be afraid. You probably just airdropped a video of Jay doing the
Renegade, 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 renegade.
I know everyone prayed not to get exposed, but it's okay, they'll find out anyways.
They'll start giving hints, like a game of charades.
When it's done, just get a band-aid.
Better yet, get a whole pad.
You really think that this tool is the best thing, but it carelessly spreads a common cold in late February?
Not only does it spread quickly, instead of having your images or files shared without your consent.
Don't regret it now.
Because if you sent it,
And you spread it, then you meant it.
Alright, give it up for the poets. Judges, what say you? All right, from a low to a high, we have a 9, a 9.1, a 9.3, a 9.5, and a 9.8. Give it up for the poets, everybody. All right, we have reached the conclusion of the Dynamite plan. Give it up for all the poets. But first, a few words from our bout manager.
Hi, I want to thank the judges again for can y'all hear me? I want to thank the judges again for participating and making sure that you all showed up and helped us, help these students express themselves. I think it's very important that even though we have to physically distance ourselves, we're still community building, whether it be via the arts or just making sure that we're maintaining communication. I want to thank everybody at home who tuned in on YouTube Live. It's very, 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 very important that we continue to build bridges and be here for the young people who deserve this platform, who deserve this space. They have voices, and those voices need to be heard. So I'm completely grateful that all of this worked out. One time for DJ Preach, who kept the tunes rolling. Okay. One time for Seth, our executive director. One time for our amazing host, Gabby. And we thank you all for being a part of this. If you want more content like this, if you want to stay tapped in, if you want to know how you can be a part of this entire amazing program that we have, please feel free to reach out to us via social media. Blue Apple Poetry, BLUAPPLE Poetry on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And that is us, y'all. Make sure you are staying safe, wearing your masks, keeping the 6 feet, rule. Don't go party with your friends. Outside's open, but you shouldn't be open to going outside. Thank you so much. See ya.